Hello students, this is a very short unit that is there in your module 5, the second unit in module 5, that is unit 14, short essay. Of course, you all are familiar with writing long essays for your exam, but here we will see how a short essay is being framed. Is it in to be written in one paragraph, or is it to be a bit lengthier than that, or how it should be framed, whether there is a separate introductory passage should be there or not. All these things we will discuss in this lesson. You might have, this is very much similar to writing a paragraph on a particular general topic. Okay, this is to understand your comprehensive skills, your writing skills, etc. So you need to do a bit of practice exercises on it. You need to do a little bit of writing exercises in order to be well versed in writing English. So in order to expand your listening, speaking, reading and writing skills, LSRW, these sort of exercises are included in your textbook. So here this simply makes us understand your writing capability and the ability and how good your vocabulary is, how good your grammatical framing of sentences are. All these things we may be, evaluators may be able to understand. So now let us look into what a short essay is. A short essay is simply an essay which is shorter than a conventional essay. Okay, conventional essay, of course you know what you are supposed to write for your 15 marks in your answer sheets, definitely of 1500 words in length. That is what you mean by a short essay. But a short essay will most probably be lesser than 500 words in number. Sometimes it will be 250 words in number and all. Okay, so this is simply an essay which is shorter than a conventional essay. That means a conventional essay definitely have an introduction, and the subject matter will be the core or crux of it, and there will be a conclusion. But what is the difference in framing these subtitles when it comes to a short essay? We'll look into. A short essay is simply an essay which is shorter than a conventional essay. Writing a short essay requires greater skill because of the limitations imposed due to length restrictions. Of course, you know this being termed as essay, so that means you need to include all the points that are there in an essay, that is introduction, this body, that is the core part, then there should be a conclusion, there should be an appropriate title. These things will be there, but everything should be in a very short manner. So length restriction is a problem. So that means you need to do a little bit of practicing in order to write short essays effectively. Now, what are the points you need to keep in mind while writing a short essay? First point is, a short essay must not have an elaborate introduction, because first of all, the short essay you most probably will be finishing it off in one paragraph. So that means you do not have space for another. You can't dedicate a paragraph for introduction. That means introduction should be limited to like 2-3 sentences, or maximum 4 sentences within the limitations of the total number of words that are being allowed in a short essay. Okay, so it should have an introduction, but a very small introduction, very brief introduction, with all the probably all the W's and H's are answered, like what is this about, where this what event you are speaking about, where this happened, and what are you talking about. All these things should come in the first 2-3 lines itself. It must come straight to the point. Yeah, that is why I told. Similarly, in the thing that you follow in journalistic writing, there's 5 W's and 1 H. What, why, where, when, how. Everything should be answered in 1 or 2 lines. Okay. Then second point, the subject matter should be stated and an effective conclusion should be offered. The subject matter should be stated not in a separate paragraph. In the same paragraph itself, you should expand about, for example, here the sample exercise that is given is about the importance of healthy living, that we'll be reading in the next page. yeah, that in there, of course it talks about the about life, or you can frame it in different way. You can talk about health in general, or you can talk about human life in general and the health of a person. And then you can talk about, okay, what are the methods, what are the ways you need to adapt for healthy living, like that. And an effective conclusion should be there, otherwise it will be like with an abrupt ending that may not find suitable while reading. Okay, it will not appear to be well framed if you don't conclude it properly. Then an appropriate title should be provided. That is important. You shouldn't forget that. Usually when it comes to outline story, we all will remember that there should be a title that needs to be provided. But when it comes to short essay, we won't be remembering it, because usually in long essays there is we do not have a habit of giving an appropriate title. Other than it is a précis or a what outline story, we do not have the habit of providing appropriate titles. So that means um, there might be a chance for you to forget. But in short essays, you need to you need to give an appropriate title, and it carries definite number of points or marks. Okay, so this shouldn't be forgotten. Okay, so these are the three important points. A short essay must not have an elaborate introduction, it must come straight to the point. Then second one, the subject matter should be stated and an effective conclusion should be offered. Then the third point, an appropriate title should be provided. Now let us look into the sample exercise that is given here. The importance of healthy living, as I told you. So the title is given, the importance of healthy living. Then it is often said that length of life depends on the liver. This is very true. A quality of a person's life depends on his or her lifestyle, and this in turn determines the health of his or her liver. So today, when people face extreme stress and severe pollution levels, it is important that time be devoted to adopting healthier living practices. So until then, you can consider it as an introductory passage. It gives a nice introduction to the topic they are going to expand. Okay, so the first four sentences can be considered as the introductory passage. Then one must pay attention to the sort of food one consumes and avoid fast food and aerated drinks for the healthy for adopting a healthy lifestyle. It is always better to consume food prepared at home because it assures quality and cleanliness. So these parts actually forms the core part, the body of the essay. It is also important to maintain within our diet a balance of all the nutrients necessary for our body. A sedentary lifestyle must be avoided at all costs, and some form of exercise must be incorporated into one's daily routine. It is important to listen to one's body and make provisions for proper rest and sleep. If this is not done, it leads to stress-related diseases such as stroke, arrhythmia, diabetes, and high blood pressure, and can adversely affect general well-being. So uh, you can see that the core portion of the essay goes on, and yeah, we need to conclude the essay in a better way. So the sentences that are yet to come can be considered as a proper conclusion. With the average lifespan of human beings increasing, the presence of an alien population can affect social welfare too. Being healthy is our responsibility, not just to ourselves and our families, but also to society and the nation. A healthy population is a healthy nation which can work towards progress. So let us commit ourselves to the cause of healthy living. So now you can understand that it has been properly ended with a proper conclusion over here. So all the elements that you can find in a general essay, in an essay with 1500 words can be seen here. The beginning portion is being well framed in the mode of an introduction, and you have a body part. Everything condensed in one paragraph, and towards the end there is a proper conclusion too. A little bit the introduction, you can see, as you can see, it is a little bit it has used a bit of literary language, and it has take things in general and gives a general statement about the healthy living. Okay, so I hope you understood the all these points are being taken care of while this sample exercise has been framed, that it do not have an elaborate introduction, it has only one or three sentences which appears to be introduction, then the subject matter is stated effectively and there is an effective conclusion as well, and the title has also been given. Okay, so now you have a bit of practice exercises, 2 3 short essay questions that you definitely I might ask you people to do as an assignment in the later class sessions. Anyway, let us look into the sentences. One is the role of ordinary citizens in the relief work following the floods in Kerala in 2018. Of course, any one of you can write this because we have been reading and experiencing a flood for the first time in our lives in 2018, and we have done a lot through the social media and other networking facilities, and I believe that almost 90% of in Kerala, the youth in Kerala was actually part of this relief activities at that time. So definitely each and every one of you can expand it in a very well manner. It happened in 2018 August. I can give the correct dates if you are familiar with it, and make your points more effective. Now, second question, the impact of no smoking advertisement shown before films. Of course, everybody of us are aware of the problems with smoking and how it affects the lungs, how it affects the overall health of a person. Everybody knows about it. You can do that expansion very well. Now, third question, the importance of promoting sports other than cricket, especially when it comes to the school classes. It is being advocated, especially in the case of a healthy living. All this jumping and all those traditional sports, this running, jumping, everything are related to build up good stamina in boys as well as girls. So not only cricket, all the other sports should be given equal importance. That is already happening in schools and colleges, but still. So you can just talk about, I know that each and one of you are fans of cricket, but of course, do think about the other sports also. Keep those things in your mind. Name a few of other sports that you can advocate students, small students, to learn all these things, and um, in particular mention some of these games and try to elaborate your essay in one paragraph. And also don't forget that it is only a small paragraph because it is a short essay. Don't just go on writing without any proper plan. Just try to structure your essay in a in a well framed manner. Keep the points that you are planning to elaborate in your mind and write it here, reproduce it here. Okay. Then fourth one, drug addiction as a social menace. That of course you can write drug addiction and youth. You can expand quite a bit about that because it is really a harmful thing that can affect very adversely anybody who is into it. So do keep the points in your mind and try to expand, and please try writing one or two paragraphs on some of the questions that are given here. That might give you some sort of practice in order to structure the short essay very well. And keep in mind that even though it is a short essay, you should have an introduction, a body part and a conclusion, but all should be condensed into one paragraph. No need of giving separate paragraphs, then it won't be called as a short essay. Keep that in mind, and also don't forget to give some appropriate title to this short essay. Thank you all. See you in the next class.